Welcome to the LivOverjoyed Show, designed to help you navigate life and business to take positive action to live your dreams. This series focuses on how to leave your unsatisfying job to pursue your passions. Today's guest, David Meltzer, is the co-founder of Sports One Marketing and formerly served as CEO of the renowned Leigh Steinberg Sports and Entertainment Agency, which was the inspiration of the movie Jerry Maguire. His life's mission is to empower over 1 billion people to be happy. This simple yet powerful mission has led him on an incredible journey to provide one thing: value. He is a 3-time international best-selling author, a top 100 business coach, the executive producer of Entrepreneur's #1 digital business show, Elevator Pitch, and the host of the top entrepreneur podcast, The Playbook. His newest book, Game Time Decision Making, was a #1 new release, and David has been recognized by Variety Magazine as their Sports Humanitarian of the Year and awarded the Ellis Island Medal of Honor. Thank you for joining, David.
Thank you for having me.
So I saw you at the Thrive conference, and then you also did a pop-up at your Mission Beach house, and I was lucky to jump in on that, and that was a lot of fun.
I miss those pop-ups.
Yeah, I bet. I love your mission about how to empower people to be more happy, and this is what we're talking about in this series. We're talking about how to leave your unsatisfying job to pursue your passion. So I wanted to get your take on that and any advice that you have to share.
I would love it. Awesome. Do you want me just to go ahead and answer that, or you want to question about it?
Go for it.
Awesome. So, one of the interesting things about people when they're looking to expand, accelerate, and grow, to find something new, is they don't realize one valuable lesson, which I actually learned in sports and was also portrayed in the movie Miracle, which is one of my favorite sports films. And it went something like the legs feed the lion. And what I mean by that is that when we're looking for something better, sometimes we neglect what we have. And if we don't neglect what we have, it actually, by paying attention or feeding our own legs, we allow ourselves to have more opportunities and more options. And that is what truly catapults us, or is catalytic to having those different opportunities, new opportunities. And we end up not only finding more exciting and fun and passionate, purposeful, and profitable things to do, but we actually find the light, the love, and the lessons in what we are doing. So my first piece of advice is, if you're looking for something new, if you're looking for something different, look for something new and different in what you're doing already. Get better at what you're doing. Find the light, the love, and the lessons. I've always been blessed to be around some extraordinary people, obviously running a notable sports agency and TV shows, movies, and all these glamorous jobs and professions. I used to tell people that every job, a portion of every job sucks. And the people who are successful find the light, the love, and the lesson in the suck. And I think I'm really good at finding the light, the love, and the lessons, and taking the trash out and cleaning the garage, and the percentage of my activity I get paid for that sucks. And so the first step in finding something new is get better at what you do, improve your skills. So practice the skills that you have. Develop more knowledge. I always talk about asking and attracting. Most people never ask one really important question when they're looking for something new. Do you know anyone that can help me? And so I really encourage everyone to write down, do you know anyone that can help me? And use it at least once a day and watch the exponential growth, watch your statistical success and efficiencies in what you do. Why? Because in order to ask, do you know anyone that could help me with, and you know what that is, you've already beaten out 99% of the people, because most people don't know their what. And so in order to ask somebody for help, it's not just that we're afraid or egotistical or some other interference that we create. It's that we're lazy and we haven't really thought about our what. So we use our why as an excuse why we don't know our what. And we're like, oh, I'm not passionate about this. I want to find my why. No, everybody knows their why is to help somebody with something or someone. What we really need to know is our what. We need to develop our skills, acquire knowledge from other people, places, podcasts, ideas, whatever it may be. Surround yourself with the right people, the right ideas. And most importantly, last little nuance for you, Liv, and I'll let you talk. I apologize, but I find the most common denominator of finding what you love to do, to finding the passion, the purpose, and the profitability is simply you need to have an attitude and belief that you must be what you can be. You must enjoy the consistent everyday, persistent without quit pursuit of your potential. Your potential. Don't vote for what other people want for you. Vote for what you want for you and be willing to make the investment in yourself in order to get it.
Well, I think that's a mistake that a lot of people do. And I think you even experienced that too. Your parents set this limiting belief. You need to be a doctor, lawyer, or what else was that?
Failure or
Yeah.
failure.
Yeah. And so I think we're kind of stuck in that mindset where, okay, well, we're supposed to do this. So that's really good advice.
And we end up resenting those people when we, what I call manifest or attract what other people want for us. When we end up getting what other people want for us, when we end up voting for and electing in our lives what other people want, we end up resenting the people that care the most about us, that we're closest to. And that's the worst part about it. Forget doing what we don't want or getting what we don't want, but resenting the people that love us the most and care about us the most. That's the worst part of it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. So who do you seek to find this mentorship or advice? And I think one of the things is more people are willing to help than you may realize too.
You nailed it, right? So I always say have a minimum of 3 people in your life to ask for help, people that sit in the situation that you want to be in. I always say the easiest way to get what you want is, number 1, know what you want, and 2, find someone that has it and either ask them for it or ask them to teach you how to get it. The people who know how to get something are the people who already have it. And we really deny ourselves the opportunity of being an inspired being, meaning not only am I connected to the most powerful light of love and lessons and powerful source of energy, but I'm connected to everything else. And if I don't truly have faith in that, then I'm denying my connectivity, my own inspiration that everybody wants to help. What's so remarkable about mentorship and, being an executive coach myself and, blessed to elevate others, to elevate myself, is that people can't make this connection. I always tell someone, they're like, oh, I'm afraid to ask, or why would somebody help me? Or I said, what do you do well? And let's say they're a soccer player. I would say, how would you feel if a 13-year-old child came up to you and said, oh my gosh, I want to be just like you. Would you help me? I want to be just like you. Will you teach me how to dribble the ball, juggle the ball, shoot the ball like you do? I'm just so amazed by what you do. Can you help me? How would you feel? There's not one person in the world that wouldn't feel extraordinary.
Right.
And not just good. I'm talking, that's like the best feeling in the world. And every time someone tells me something like, oh, I want to speak like you or have a podcast like you or write books like, my heart sings. It's like such a stroke and now to be and invest in someone that feels that way about you, who would deny that? Then why can't we make the transfer and say, if I feel that way, why won't somebody else feel the same way? Why do I feel like it's some kind of burden? Why do I feel like I'll insult them or trouble them? And I'm telling you, do you know anyone that can help me in finding those mentors that sit in the situation that you want to be in? And I bifurcate things. I narrow them down into micro issues. Like I have a sleep coach, right? I have a sleep mentor. I have a mentor for my relationship with money. I have a meditation mentor. I literally have a digital marketing mentor specific to a narrow, specific area that I want to work on. I had a real estate mentor that was specifically for condo conversions. I get as narrow as I can and I look for people that have 30, 40 years of success and experience, because there's 2 words that I tell people: dummy tax. Why should you have to pay the dummy tax? Imagine someone coming up to you and saying, hey, I will tell you what, you're not going to have to pay any taxes for the next 10 years. What would you say to them? You would say, oh my gosh, you're an amazing person, right? You just saved me in California, 52% of everything I make now, you just saved me. Well, let me just tell you this. If somebody's willing to pay the dummy tax for you, forget 52%. Not only can they save you more than 52%, but they can double, triple, or quadruple the amount of money that you do make with no taxes. And that's the truth. And I have paid serious dummy tax, and I'm on a mission to empower others to be happy, specifically because I don't want other people to have the same pain and stupidity that I had. I want to simply just tell them, this is how I did it. This is how I know that can help you do it. Please allow me to help you.
I like it. Who doesn't want to save on their taxes?
Exactly. And dummy tax is the most expensive tax. It's worse than federal taxes.
Yes, but there's still lessons.
You're right.
Another thing that you teach is to be grateful. So I took on your challenge. I may have missed a day or two, and it's hard to be grateful every single day. And you challenged us to do it every day for a month. So
Yeah, it's funny because I, stand on pretty big stages like Thrive and other places. And I tell people how I've studied physics, metaphysics, and quantum physics. And I know the ultimate truth from the world thought leaders that gratitude will change your life. And yet, literally by tonight, even though people are listening to this, half the people won't say thank you by tonight. Another half won't say thank you in the morning. Within 3 days, almost all of us will forget to say thank you. And yet it's the most powerful, simplest 0.1 seconds that you can spend every day. And I'm the biggest hypocrite of all because I step on these stages, I teach people, and it took me 9 months until I could do it for 30 straight days. I would always forget a day. And there's a great video of a guy that wanted to record 1 second of his life every day on his cell phone. So he would have a 1 second clip from his life every day. And my favorite was like, that totally resembles what I teach. It was like day 31 or something. And all the 1 second was he held up a piece of paper that said, "Oh shit, I forgot." Because like your life mission, and you can't even do it every day. So imagine, please, consistent, persistent behavior, 2 minutes a day, 2 seconds a day is worth more than 2 hours on a Saturday. So say thank you every day and it'll change your life.
any other tidbits of information or advice you want to share?
Yeah, as I finish up, I am on a mission to find 1,000 people like you that I know in your lifetime will empower 1,000 people to empower 1,000 people to be happy. I do a free training every Friday for over 20 years, simply to teach this. It's free. I give all my books for free, my training guides for free. So if anybody wants to join me, if they can email me at david@dmeltzer.com or text me at 949-298-2905. I'd love for you to join me. I've virtualized my Friday pop-up trainings. You were blessed to come and share that with me at the beach. The setting may not be as nice, but the content is definitely empowering, and I'd love to see and have anyone that can join me. And I appreciate everything you do to help people live an overjoyed existence as well.
Well, thanks again. I really appreciate your time and appreciate your mission, and we'll do our best to start spreading that as well.
Perfect. Well, I can't wait to see you in person. Thank you.
All right, see you.
Bye-bye.